How you doing, baby girl?
Okay. Hi, my name's Shawana, Shawonna. Last name Edmond, Edmond.
Whoa.
Good afternoon, Miss Edmond. Good afternoon. How are you? I'm well, thank you.
Miss Edmond, would you tell the jury who you are in relation to Donovan Thomas?
Hi, I'm Shawana Edmond. I'm Donovan Thomas's mother.
Whoa.
I'm going to show you what I have marked as State's Exhibit 3, Yankee.
Whoa.
And I will show it to counsel for the defense, having previously provided a copy.
If they are interested.
You can, sir.
Whoa. Salute to everybody in here. Tap the like button if you're watching this on the playback. This is Donovan Thomas's mother. Wow. I ain't expect this one, y'all. They caught me sleeping. They caught me sleeping with this one, y'all. Tell me what y'all think really happened. So, here we have Donovan Nut Thomas's mother on the stand, right? So, the original investigation into his demise was botched by APD. Now, the weird part about it is they wanted to try to take Stillwell to trial for it, right? But they had a witness that actually lied and had them believe in a story that was untruthful. Then they got evidence that showed them that, proof that what he was saying was not a fact. So they wound up not taking it to trial. So Stillwell sit over to jail for a long time for it. I forget how much, right? Like 2 to 3 years, give or take. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody let me know in the chat. All right. So the idea on the streets is that Fannie or Fonnie Willis had either a relationship with Nut himself or a relationship with the family. So she made it her. She made a promise to the family, let's say, allegedly, that she was going to solve it, in the long run. So the streets want us to believe that Fonnie Willis basically has a vengeance against Young Thug and YSL because of this Peanut Donovan Thomas situation, right? I'm not really jacking the idea that her and Nut had a relationship. For some reason, it just ain't sitting right. Whether she had a relationship with the family, that's very well possible. Families are very deep, and it looks like Nut has a big family, to be honest. From what I'm saying, he got brothers on two sides. It looked like he could have a lot of family members, which could make it easy for her to know somebody where it feel personal. That's possible. It is possible that she messed with him. It's very possible. The proof, who knows? It's possible, though. Then you got this other dynamic. You got a dynamic that it comes from the streets, right? That allegedly something happened somewhere we don't know, and someone sent the word to Thug that Donovan Thomas needed to be gone, right? Now, if you ask me, that concept right there is a little bit fishy because we don't have no real hardcore proof. They're alleging that, somebody on the red team sent the word, but it don't really add up, right? So let me explain that part. So they're alleging that some big homie, Kyle O'Ree, has a connection to Thug. He locked up in Georgia State Prison for another situation. He been locked up. I don't even think him and Thug met physically. Now, someone sent me some pictures of Thug with the son of Peter Rolak multiple times, meaning they be together every once in a while. But that still doesn't make Thug officially SMM, right? So my idea is this. If somebody from SMM sent the word for that to happen to Nut, it almost would have caused way more than what we see. See, right now, when we look at this indictment, we see a whole bunch of Kenneth Copeland, Woody going back and forth with Kels, right? That's what we really see. When you really look at it, that's what you really see, right? Then you might see some other responses, allegedly, to what's going on, but it looked like that's the base. But they want us to believe that Nut is the base. Now, it's another interesting thing. Nut had a brother that got smoked about 2011, don't get me wrong. The one that was robbing banks. Now, it looks like Nut really had a high level of respect for this brother, like he was outside in the streets or something, right? Because Nut then attached this brother's name. What was his name? Chris Bennett? Was that the brother? Somebody get me right. That's weird that this brother of Nut allegedly had the same last name as Archellian Bennett and YFN Lucci. His last name Bennett too. I think I could be wrong though, but I feel like Chris Bennett was his name for some reason. Maybe it's not. Somebody tell me in the chat. So the brother got smoked. Allegedly, the people who was robbing banks with him, they was robbing armored cars. Let me get it right. Allegedly, they did it. Something ain't right. So I got the question, was Nut ever running with his brother and these bank guys? And when that happened to his brother, what was his part? Like, I mean, if he rocked with his brother and he hold him up on a pedestal like that, like enough to put his name involved in like his how did he incorporate the name? Wasn't the Chris Bennett name incorporated? Why, like what, didn't we have some? So I just think this Donovan Thomas situation is a little bit tricky right now. So we get into it. His mother on the stand right now. A lot of evidence from the Donovan Thomas investigation has been thrown out of this case. Yeah, a lot of it. We talking rental car information. I don't know how much rental car information is even going to be presented, y'all. I don't know if it all got through out or just some of it. We talking phone evidence, laptop evidence, you know, all of it got thrown out. So, all right, let me tell you another part. So, if you're not familiar with Nut, allegedly, Kenneth Copeland, who's from the area where Nut is from. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the chat. I ain't from Atlanta. That's what I'm figuring. But I'm going off the top of the head. I could be wrong. But from what I look like, 30 Deep, Mechanicsville, they was all cool. Nut, right? So I asked y'all, Nut was ever robbing jeans? He wasn't running around with 30 Deep, was he? On the smash and grabs, was he? Or was one of Nut brothers running with Woody during this time period? You know, the jean. They was getting the jeans. I mean, I got proof that Shannon was out there with him. But I'm trying to place these guys because from what I'm understanding, they was all cool. And they actually all from the same area until the division comes slightly later. True or false? You let me know.
Eban Films, Early Birds, and All-Nighters.
Posted, you are a great man, one of the best I ever seen. Do it.
She can go to 8H, or she can go to 8H.
Bro. Rise Williams. So is it possible that
Okay. You may continue, madam.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr.
is it possible that Nut has something to do with Rise Williams getting locked up? Is Rise Williams the person that allegedly went to California and made sure that the Georgia Bloods was official and Nut went behind him and stepped on his toes? He made himself fool? or he told on Moraz? You tell me in the chat.
Edmund, I'm going to show you what I have marked as State's Exhibit 3Y or Yankee, and ask you if you recognize the person depicted in the photograph that is labeled State's Exhibit 3Y.
Yes.
How do you recognize that person?
That's my son, Donovan Thomas.
Is that a fair and accurate representation of your son, Donovan Thomas, in life?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state tenders State's Exhibit 3 Yankee as evidence.
All right, any further objection to 3 Yankee that otherwise hasn't been noted? All right, I'm going to admit 3 Yankee over objection.
Thank you.
It may be published as you see fit.
Thank you.
Ms. Love, hold on one second. Madam in the front row. Madam with the small child. Madam. No. You can either do one or two things. You can stand in the vestibule and you can still listen, or you can go to 8H where you can still be able to see it, okay? Because I can't compete with your little one. All right, thank you. All right, go right ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Would you tell the jury who it is that is depicted on State's Exhibit 3 Yankee?
That's my son, Donovan Thomas Jr.
And did you call him Donovan Thomas Jr. or did you have another name for him?
Yeah, we called him Peanut.
Where did that name come from?
Just him growing up, he was smaller than he was, as you know now. And we just thought when he was born, he was just a cute little peanut, and that name just grew with him.
When was he born?
April the 4th, 1988.
And when was the last time that you saw your child alive?
The last time I saw my baby was give me a minute, please. It was Friday night. I always came to the house, and we
What date is that? Just tell me.
the date
Do you have an objection, sir?
January the 9th. January the 9th, I'm sorry.
I'm overruled. I'll rule the objection, sir. Objections, I should say.
January the 9th, 2015. January the 9th, 2015.
And how old was your son when you last saw him?
He was 26 years old.
Did he go to school in Atlanta?
Yes, he attended Washington High School.
Sir,
You're on a background with him?
but let's get to it. Let's get to it. It's marginally relevant, so let's move on.
Yes, Your Honor. Was Donovan your only child?
No, I have one other oldest son. Donovan was the baby.
And did Donovan have children?
Yes, Donovan have 2 kids.
I sustain the objection.
Do you remember the last day that you talked to your son? And Your Honor, I'm going to go right into something else after this.
All right.
Do you remember the last day that you talked to your son?
Yes, I spoke with him January the 10th, 2015, that morning, but it was afternoon.
Do you remember around what time?
It was between maybe 2 and 4. I was at my flea market, and he called me.
Now, backing up to the day before when you said that you last saw him, did your son drive at that time?
Yes, he did.
And what kind of vehicle did he drive?
He drove a blue 2007 Chevrolet Tahoe.
And was he driving it the last time that you saw him?
Yes.
When you talked to your son between 2 and 4 on January the 10th, 2015, without talking about anything he said in particular, are you able to tell the jury whether he was anxious or apprehensive about anything?
No, he was just his normal.
Basis. That was Mr. Steele and Mr. Sharp? Or no, Mr. Harvey?
Anxious about anything very broad.
I sustain the objection.
Thank you, Judge. Would you describe your son's mood as he spoke with you on January 10th, 2015?
He was the same happy-go-lucky self. Always calling, checking on me as he always did.
All right. In January of 2015, would you tell the jury what kind of work your son was involved in, generally speaking?
Upon me and him talking, and he was kind of moving toward the music industry. Basically, he was just talking about artists that he was just trying to bring into the music industry, just taking on the different.
I sustain the objection.
Did you observe your son working in the field that you're describing for the jury?
I did.
And did that involve working with music artists?
Yes.
Are you familiar with a person by the name of Rayshawn Bennett or TOUCHY?
All right. I know people don't like when I stop it, but some people do. So that's important, though. So Miss Love just opened a dangerous door. So I see a lot of people that say she ain't right for bringing this lady up here, right? But let me tell you something technical I think she just did. She just opened the door for me to prance on the lifestyle of Donovan Thomas when I come up here for cross-exam, because she just opened the door on his occupation. So I'm going to get his mother to say what he really was doing. She opened that door, though, y'all. It's my job as a defense attorney to pry in. So when I come up here, baby, I'm gonna have to get ruthless with this lady and ask this lady. So I mean, be honest with you. I heard how you said it though. You say he was trying to get into the music industry, right? Now that's a lucrative industry, right? But it also takes a lot of money for you to get involved. Now, I hate to ask you, what was his occupation before this previously, so that they can help him get inside of this industry? That's crazy though. She opened that door though. She don't care about that lady.
How do you know Lucci, generally speaking?
My son just was talking to me about someone that he was.
Yes,
Basis. I sustain the objection.
We're not offering it, Your Honor. I'll change and I'll actually rephrase the question. I appreciate
that'd
it.
be wonderful. Okay, all right. You can rephrase.
Did your son ever bring Lucci to your house?
Yes.
Did you ever see your son interact with Lucci?
Yes.
Was Lucci one of the artists that your son worked with?
Yes.
I sustain the objection as to form. You can rephrase.
What was the relationship between your son and Lucci?
Just entertainment.
Oh my God.
Music.
Are you familiar with a person by the name of Javon Fly Henry as well?
Yes.
Did your son work with that person as well?
Yes.
And with respect to Lucci, what was your son's relationship with Mr. Henry?
I think with the label, Think It's a Game.
Is Think It's a Game the label that Mr. Henry owns?
Yes.
I sustain the objection.
Yo, just to let y'all know, she just opened up another dangerous ass door for me. I was waiting for the door for Fly to be open, right? Because I got a motive that says that reasonable doubt, he had a better motive to get rid of Nut than Young Thug. So I'm glad she brought Holmes up right now. You dig? Now, from now on, I'm going to start letting y'all know why I'm interested in certain things. My defense, I'm on Fly ass.
Who owned Think It's a Game?
Mr. Henry.
And if you would do me a favor and lean into the microphone so that I can hear your voice back here and direct your voice
Sure.
to the jury. Now, did you personally ever visit Think It's a Game Records?
No, I did not.
Did you ever visit 675 Metropolitan Avenue?
No, I did not.
And when you spoke with your son last on January the 10th, 2015, without talking about anything he said, generally what were the topics that you all discussed?
I think that's called for hearsay, Your Honor.
I sustain the objection, Madam, and that's by hearsay. So,
Who was Chris Markel Bennett?
That was my cousin.
And on January the 10th, 2015, was he alive?
No.
Did you speak with your son about him on January 10th, 2015?
Yes.
Your Honor.
basis.
Relevance, A, and B, hearsay.
Your Honor, as to the hearsay, I didn't ask her anything anyone said.
Who she
And
just
as to
asked
the
about?
relevance, that subject and name will come up more than once later on.
I'm gonna sustain the. I'm gonna overrule the objection. I should say. Go ahead.
She asked about Chris Bennett. I just talked
Did you
about
speak
him.
with your son
That's his.
about him
That's the
on
bank
January
robbing
10th?
brother. Ho. I just asked y'all about Bennett. So I thought that was his brother. So that was his cousin, Chris, that was robbing the banks. I just told y'all who he was, y'all. He was robbing the banks. He got smoked. But I'm telling you, I think Holmes was running with him, though. And that's where the money come from. I'm telling you, I've been on it. It's her cousin. She said it was her cousin. The dude, Chris? All right, say less. It's not his brother. But you know how that thing go. When dudes close in age, they just say brother, cousin, all that. You know, whatever. All right, say less. All right, bet.
Yes, we spoke.
Do you remember when it was that Chris Markel Bennett died?
2011.
Yes, I can't remember the exact month, but the year was 2011.
Ugh.
And do you remember how he died?
It was homicide.
Got found by some kids. By a kid.
When you saw your son's vehicle on January the 9th, 2015, did it have any...
I'm gonna overrule the objection. I think she's just orienting. That's the place, sir.
Did it have any bullet holes in it that you saw?
No, ma'am.
And when did you learn, better yet, let me ask you this, what happened to your son?
Whoa,
Did he
objection.
die of natural causes?
No, my son's
Speculation.
death was a homicide.
Did he die on January 10th, 2015?
Yes, he did.
Were you at 330 McDaniel Street on January 10th, 2015?
No.
No, I was home.
How did you find out your son had been harmed?
I received a phone call.
And how did your son die?
Question asked and answered.
I sustain the objection.
Was he shot, stabbed, or something else?
I sustain the objection.
Your Honor, she said homicide. She didn't say how.
Well, it invites speculation unless she knows.
Do you know how your son died?
I told y'all.
Yes, he was shot. It was...
Objection.
It turned out to be a homicide once.
I hate to do this. This the state witness, y'all.
Your son to rest. Did you bury
Yes, yes, we did.
him? When did you bury your son?
It was January 17, 2015.
And did you lay a gravestone over his gravesite?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Did you visit your son's grave after 2015?
Often, yes.
Were there any particular occasions that you visited your son's gravesite?
relevance.
Oh, sir.
Yes, I visited him on birthdays, Father Day, and just days in general that I felt I wanted to just go there.
Did your son's gravesite remain as it did when it was first placed in the years following his murder? Was there ever a time where it was vandalized?
Yes, it was vandalized.
Do you remember when that was, generally speaking, the year?
It was 2019.
And what occasion took you to your son? Did you go to your son's gravesite on that day?
It was Father's Day 2019.
Did you visit your son's gravesite on Father's Day 2019?
What is
Yes,
this?
I did.
Objection. Relevance?
And when you visited your son's gravesite, what did you find?
Sir. You have to renew your objection? Okay. Yes. All right, it's noted.
You may go ahead and tell the board what we found.
January 19th, it was Father's Day. I drove up to my son's gravesite, and once me and we drove up there, we noticed that the gravesite had been vandalized. And when I got out the car, I wasn't familiar with the word, but
She wasn't familiar with the word, so therefore it wouldn't have had an effect on her unless someone else told her. Right, so you bringing her up here right now to have an effect, but technically the word didn't have an effect till someone else told her. Now, the weird part about it is you mentioned it in this trial as if my client did it. Can I ask you on the stand, lady, are you familiar with the men in this courtroom right here? That's on trial. Did you see any of these men at the site of the grave spray painting the grave? I didn't think so. Thank you.
other friends were in the word. It was something was spray painted, slapped on his grave, and it was chiseled around the size of the headstone.
Sorry.
When you said January,
it was Father's Day.
You meant 2019?
I'm sorry, 2019. Yes. I'm sorry.
No problem at all. I'm going to show you now what has been marked as State's Exhibit 4 Yankee, Your Honor, for the record, and what has already been shown to the defense. And then I'm going to just ask you if you recognize what is depicted in the photograph labeled State's Exhibit 4 Yankee.
It's my son's headstone.
And is this a photograph that you provided to the state?
Yes.
And is this a photograph that you or the person you were with took of the gravesite as you found it on Father's Day 2019?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state tenders State's Exhibit 4 Yankee as evidence.
Any further objection, Mr. Shardas, to other than what's been noted already?
That's what's been already previously.
All right, it's I'm going to admit State's 4 Yankee over objection and maybe publish as you see fit.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, Ms. Edmond, would you please spell out what is written across your son's tombstone?
Objection.
It's you spell it out.
Spell it out.
SLATT.
And is State's Exhibit 4 Yankee a fair and accurate depiction of the gravestone as you found it on Father's Day 2019?
Yes, it is.
Would you tell the jury for the record what color the letters SLATT are written across your son's gravesite?
It's green.
Before you saw that, did those letters have any significance to you personally?
No, it did not.
Did you ever see your son wearing those letters on any article of clothing that he wore?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did you ever see your son prominently displaying green attire at any particular time?
No, I did not.
And do you know who it was that put SLATT across your child's gravestone?
No, I did
Objection.
not. No, I did not.
She gonna regret this. She gonna regret this.
I'm going to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 24.
Nah, this good.
25 Yankee, 26 Yankee.
Nah, this good, y'all. I got it.
Yankee, 30 Yankee, 37 Yankee.
I got it, bro. She gonna regret
and
this.
21 Yankee. They have also previously been shown to you.
She gonna regret this, y'all. This on her. This blood on her hands, bro. No pun intended. Watch this. Straight up.
These are the ones who have it.
We going to Red Lobster tonight. Yeah. Straight up.
While counsel is looking at them, I'll ask you to look at them as well. If you can look at them and not publish them to the jury, just turn it over as you look at them.
Look at them. They war chiefing. It's a rat. Y'all about to see the money come out. Y'all about to see the money come out. Watch this. Miss Love ain't built for this, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. She not built. Well, look at that right there, yo. Like, really, what's the average amount of lawyer fee right there, bro? Per hour. What's the per hour in that crowd right there? Come on, where my mathematicians at, man? Shoot me a per hour average right there. Look, we even got the, man.
It's 24 Yankee,
Yes.
25 Yankee,
Yes.
26 Yankee,
Yes.
28 Yankee,
Yes.
30 Yankee,
Yes.
37 Yankee,
Yes.
and 221 Yankee.
Yes.
How do you recognize the vehicle depicted in those photographs?
That was my son's vehicle.
And are those fair and accurate reflections of your son's vehicle?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state tender State's Exhibit 24 Yankee, 25 Yankee, 26 Yankee, 28 Yankee, 30 Yankee, 37 Yankee, and 221 Yankee.
Any objections to states 24 Yankee, 25 Yankee, 26 Yankee, 28 Yankee, 30 Yankee, 37 Yankee, or 221 Yankee?
Ooh.
All right, hearing no objection, they are admitted and may be published as you see fit.
That's a serious question. Life insurance. Whew.
I'm going to just leave these up here. So we start off with State's Exhibit 24 Yankee. Publishing to the jury now for the record.
Miss Love defends his cheeks too, y'all. I see what she doing. Her defense is cheeks.
What are we looking at in State's Exhibit 24 Yankee?
We're looking at my son's truck, his car.
Is that the rear view of your son's vehicle?
Yes, it is.
Is that the same vehicle that he was driving when you last saw him on January the 9th, 2015?
Yes, it is.
And as we look at State's Exhibit 25 Yankee, what are we looking at?
We're looking at my son's vehicle. ahead.
I think you just put up. There we go. Is that the license plate for your son's vehicle?
Yes, yes.
And looking at states 26 Yankee, what are we looking at?
We're looking at my son's vehicle.
And is that the driver's side of your son's vehicle?
Yes, it is.
And looking at states exhibit 28 Yankee, is this the passenger side of your son's vehicle? Just one moment.
Yes, it is.
Turning to states exhibit 30 Yankee, is that the front passenger side portion of your son's Chevy Tahoe?
Yes, it is.
So he in a forest green truck
Time that you saw him
at a slime green barbershop.
No, it was not.
Turning to states exhibit 37 Yankee, is that another photo or close-up photo of the driver's side of your son's vehicle?
Yes, it is.
Do you recall seeing the defect above the driver's side rear tire on your son's vehicle the last time you saw it?
No, I do not.
And showing you states exhibit 221 Yankee. Is that to a driver's side photograph of your son's vehicle?
Yes, it is.
Do you recall seeing a defect in the locations marked by the yellow and the white placards on your son's vehicle the last time that you saw it?
No, I do not.
Salute to everybody in here in the 400 likes.
Are you familiar with a person named Kelvin Watts?
Ooh.
Yes, I am.
How are you familiar with a person by that name?
He's Donovan's brother through
Do what?
Donovan's older brother and him are biological brothers, but we just brought him in to, he's just like Donovan's brother as well.
Okay.
Would you tell the jury the name of Donovan's older brother?
Donovan's older brother is Dontavius Thomas.
And is that your son?
That's my son.
Where you
And
at?
so Dontavius and Kelvin?
No, Kelvin and Marquavius are brothers through different, same father, but different mothers.
Okay. And what is the relationship of Kelvin and Marquavius?
They're biological brothers.
Do they have the same mom?
They have the same mom, yes.
All right. So when you said that Donovan and Kelvin are brothers,
They're, I'm trying to tell you what word it. They're,
do they have biological?
they don't have,
shares?
no, they don't share the same blood, no.
But do their brothers, Donovan's brother, Dontavius, and Kelvin's brother, Marquavius, share the same father?
No, just Marquavius and Kelvin share the same father. No, they don't share. Oh my God, you give me so confused. Marquavius and Kelvin shares the same mother.
And Marquavius and Dontavius
Share the same father.
Did Kelvin go by the name Kelvin? Did you call him Kelvin?
No, I just called him Kel.
Did you ever know him to be called Shell Kel?
No, not me personally, no.
Did you see Kelvin Watts at your house? Did he
Yes.
visit your home?
Yeah, he was my home. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And what was the nature of the relationship between him and Donovan? Were they friendly? Were they distant? Or something in between?
It was all brotherly. I'm sorry.
I stand the objection. Foundation.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'll ask a few more questions. Did you ever see your son Donovan interacting with Kelvin Watts?
Yes.
How often?
Often when we were at my house, basically together. It was like, family events, family functions, and he was always there with them.
How long have you known Kelvin Marks?
For quite some time now, because it's been maybe about 12, 13 years.
And how did you first meet Kelvin Marks?
I met Kelvin through his brother Marquavius. When Marquavius started coming over to my house, we allowed Kelvin to come over as well.
And what year approximately did Marquavius start coming over to your house?
I would say early childhood. They were about 8 years old, so they grew up together. So yeah, they were 90s, early 90s, late 90s, somewhere around in there.
And during that time, did Donovan grow up with Kelvin as well?
Yeah, they all grew up together.
So are you able to now tell the jury the nature of the relationship between your son, Donovan Thomas, and Kelvin Marks? Were they friendly?
They're like brothers.
What was that?
They were like brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned Marquavius Curtis. Did he have a nickname?
Greedy.
And you said earlier something with respect to Rayshawn Bennett. How often would you say that Rayshawn Bennett has come to your house?
Maybe twice that I remember.
And who was it that accompanied him, if anyone, when he came to your house? That is, when Rayshawn Bennett came to your house.
My son, Donovan Thomas.
Do you remember the year that Rayshawn Bennett or Lucci first visited your home with your son, Donovan?
It was around 2014, the summer. 2014.
And do you remember the last time that Rayshawn Bennett or Lucci visited your home with your son?
No, I don't. I do not.
Yes or no, are you familiar with the man, the name Jeffery Williams?
Yes.
Has Jeffery Williams ever come to your home with your son?
No.
What happened to your son's Chevy Tahoe after his death?
It was impounded.
Did you ever see it again?
Yes, we kept it for a while, yes.
And did you take note of bullet holes in his vehicle at the time that you took possession of it?
Yes, we refurbished it and it was repaired and we painted it black.
Was there 1, 2, or more than that bullet holes in your son's truck?
It was several.
Did you ever hear any music that referenced rounds in a Tahoe that caused you concern?
Whoa, objection?
Yes.
What?
How did you come about hearing music referencing rounds in a Tahoe?
I'm going to continue my objection. Now, the witness is to
I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Ms. Edmond. Maybe a little difficult, but did you know whether or not your son was involved in a gang while he was alive?
Yes.
Do you know what gang?
No.
Do you know, generally speaking, what type of gang?
I just know it was the Blood Gang.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
what?
When did you learn that your son was involved in the Blood Gang?
I'm a mother. I just kind of knew something was different, and I something came to me and I asked him. He was open with me. And that's how it went from there.
Do you remember around what year that was? Or how old he was? Approximately.
I do not.
Was it before 2015?
Yes, it was before 2015.
While your son was alive, did you ever see him wearing any articles of clothing with the letters ABG on it?
Yes, I did.
Did you know what ABG stood for?
Uh-oh.
I
Fumble.
did not.
Did you have an idea?
I asked him. I'm sorry.
Basis. Hold on.
I'll rephrase.
I'll sustain this one.
What did you understand ABG to stand for?
Objection or foundation, speculation.
She said she saw.
I'm gonna overrule the objections on.
What did you understand?
Hold on, Mr.
Let her say it.
All right, now.
Let her say it.
What did you understand it to stand for?
I was told all about God.
Oh! I knew a fumble was coming.
And Your Honor, I'm going to.
I knew a fumble was coming.
Ask a follow-up question.
I knew a fumble was coming.
Your Honor, may I approach? Unless
Fumble.
I'm going to instruct the jury to disregard the witness's last statement. You can rephrase, madam.
I knew it.
Did you come to later understand ABG to have a different meaning than what you originally were led to believe?
Yes, I did.
And
Stolen.
whatever you were led to believe it stood for at 1st, where did you get that understanding from?
My son,
Donovan
Thomas, yes.
Okay.
Oh, so he a liar.
What about the letters
What?
IF? Did you ever see your son wearing any articles of clothing depicting the letters IF?
I saw T-shirts that he had made.
Okay. And were you given an understanding about what IF stood for as well? Your Honor.
Who objected that?
I'll overrule the objection.
Let her talk.
Overrule Mr. Steele.
Steele did
Given an
that. Kill.
understanding about what IF stood for as well, not your son.
The form of the question is improper.
I'll rephrase.
No, let her answer that,
What
Judge.
did you understand IF to stand for or to mean?
If I can make a difference.
Did you get a different understanding after your son died?
Yes, I did. I'm sorry.
Do you have an objection, Mr. Sharp?
Who is objecting this?
Her last answer or the witness's last answer?
Don't object none of this shit.
Hold on.
Ooh. Please don't object none of this. Who is back there? Yo, somebody go in there. Yo, tell him to chill.
Different understanding after your son died. Answer, yes, I did.
I'm sorry, I meant the question.
They messing up my defense. What is they doing?
There was the question before that was an improper question, which the court went ahead and I interjected myself.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
What did you understand?
Oh, don't say it out loud in front of the jury again, lady.
The answer was, if I can make a difference.
What?
That was it. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Who? Bro. Come on, let's get back to
Do
it,
you
man.
remember the colors of the clothing that your son wore with the letters ABG on it?
They were, I can't quite remember. I think it was just a T-shirt.
Okay. Did your son display an affinity for the color red?
Yes.
And did he
What she said?
wear the color red any more frequently than he wore any other colors, or did he?
Yo, did Miss Love wear red today on purpose, y'all? Oh, shit.
Just wear them?
No, he did not.
Do you know whether your son ever visited a place called Club Crucial?
Yes.
How do you know?
That was when I found out he threw a big birthday party there.
Did you ever have access to your son's Instagram account?
I did.
What?
Were you able to observe him at Club Crucial?
Yes, I did.
And what was he doing when you observed him at Club Crucial?
Having a party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what status or rank or anything like that your son held in the gang that he was affiliated with?
What?
No, I did not.
Did you learn anything about that after his passing?
Yes, I did.
Did your son bring gang stuff, if you will, into your house or around you?
No, he did not. No.
Do you know whether any members of your son's gang attended his funeral?
It was people were there. I don't know who. Just people. It was a large service, so I'm not for sure of who was there.
How large was the service?
It was very large service. Mm-hmm.
Was there were there any conflicts whatsoever at your son's service?
No.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Diamante Kendrick?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Marquez Hewitt?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Quamarvius Nichols?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Rodelius Ryan?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Shannon Stillwell?
No, not to my knowledge.
What about Shannon Jackson?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Kenneth Copeland?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Quindarius Zachary?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Antonio Sledge?
No, not to my knowledge, no.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Antonio Simon?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Khalif Adams?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Demikion Garlington?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Jimmy Winfrey?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Walter Murphy?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Trontavious Stevens?
No, not to my knowledge.
Thank you, just one moment.
Mm-hmm.
What? She ended her direct like that? I know she not done.
Martinez Arnold. Did your son ever bring anyone to your home by the name of Martinez Arnold?
No, not to my knowledge.
Jaden Mike.
No, not to my knowledge.
Aquarius Nick.
No, not to my knowledge.
Thank you.
Her son did used to hang with Duke. True or false?
Thank you. That's all that I have.
Cross.
Whoa! Uh-oh.
Anyone?
Oh, my God.
All right, Mr. Short.
Where Nelly at?
Good afternoon, man.
Hi, good afternoon.
How you doing?
You testified about your son's gravesite.
Yes.
Is that in Atlanta?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir. And you took a picture?
Yes. Me and several people took a picture.
Okay. And I was a bit confused. You said that picture was taken in 2019?
Yeah, my knowledge, 2019, yes. That was Father's Day.
Father's Day 2019?
2019, yes.
Okay. Did you report what happened to your son's gravestone to the police or the district attorney's office?
No, we reported it to the Lincoln Cemetery where the gravesite, and they did the investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't call out any officials.
Do you know how the district attorney's office obtained the picture?
I do not.
Okay. Do you know if anyone was ever charged or arrested for that incident?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any further examination, Mr. Steele?
You got her in the hot seat, y'all. Let's see if they apply pressure or they play it cool.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My deepest sympathy.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Respectable still.
I'd like to show you, with the court's permission, Mr. Williams' exhibit number 13. It'll
Yes.
pop up on a screen next to you.
Okay.
Your Honor, is that okay? It's already in evidence.
Yes, sir.
Still popped up to the podium with a slime green folder. He repping. You see it?
Can you make that a little larger, if it's possible?
Pause.
Ma'am, do you see what has been marked and entered into evidence as Mr. Williams number 13 to your left?
Yes.
Okay. Woo! And is that your child in the white shirt?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And do you know the person that your child is with in that picture?
Yes.
And tell the ladies and gentlemen jury who that is.
That's Jeffery Williams.
And do you know, you see on the top it says big business _ entertainment or ENT _ nut?
Yes.
And do you recognize that Instagram handle?
Yes, that was my son's Instagram.
Okay. And underneath it, if Mr. Kokomo can just scroll down. Did you see this Instagram posting when it came out, if you remember?
I seen that posting after his passing.
Okay. And that says, me and little brah, you see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you know whose home that picture is taken?
No, I
Or
don't.
it may not be a home. Do you know who the location of that picture?
No, I do not.
All right. I'd like to show you two exhibits. God bless you. I'd like to show you two exhibits with the court's permission.
Okay.
And your permission. Mr. Kokomo is going to approach you.
Okay.
It is Mr. Williams number 30 and 33. It was given to you in October 2023. No. It's already been marked and shown to you previously. You have seen it, but it's going to be shown to you again.
Your Honor, I need to see it.
I said it's going to be shown to you again.
Okay, have Mr. Kokomo approach the state and let the state look at Mr. Williams 30 and 33.
So between her, Shell Kells, Nut, and the other brother, that's her son, that's a Rico.
Christian, you have that already marked. And it's a thumb drive. Back in.
Your Honor, the state has an objection to state defendant Williams exhibit number 30 and defendant Williams exhibit number 33. Except
Yo, ABG did beat Woody first, right? They were the aggressors, right? True or false? Uh-oh. Then when the score wasn't their way, they went on the internet and started telling. So we wouldn't even be here if them boys wasn't sore losers, huh? I mean, essentially, they took a loss, got salty about it, went to the squabble game. Then the scoreboard went lopsided. These boys start telling, yeah, what's up? I really be outside though. Like for real. Like, so what I'm seeing? Yeah, what's up? Yeah. You really want to address this? Who really the bad guys? Them boys start telling when they score went lopsided, boy. Man, they sparked that off. Yeah, what's up? They sparked that off. They couldn't take that fire. What happened? Man, them boys folded. Paper planes, man. What's up? Tell them Posted said it, man. Paper planes. Paper planes, man. Napkins, man. Dinner time. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Napkins, man. Handkerchiefs. You know what I mean? Linen closet, man. These boys folded, man. Lawn chair. Yeah. Straight up, like a love letter. These boys folded up like a elementary school love letter. You heard? Straight up. Straight up, bro. That's what we really dealing with. Them boys ain't... Yo, how they thought that squabble game was going to fix the problems they had? Why they just ain't why they just ain't go in and spark yo off? So they played flim flam. Score went lopsided. These boys got to telling, and Shell Cows kept it real, but then start telling too. Yeah, we'll get to it later. Straight up. Straight up. Tell them I said it. And if you standing on that side, them boys are straight, boy. Yo, if you listen to this on the playback, tap the like button, subscribe to the channel. I respect you being here, salute, but I got a question, right? You got 2,000 people at the dude funeral, right? But you only got 3 people sliding. Oh, I'm crazy. It ain't mathing.
Ma'am, I'd like to show you, or Your Honor, I'll move for the admission of Mr. Williams number 30, as well as 33.
Your Honor, I ask that the foundation be established through the witness.
Sir, you can ask some foundation questions.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, Ms. Edmond, may Mr. Kokomo approach you with the court's permission and show you a couple of documents?
Yes.
Thank you. He's going to show you first Mr. Williams exhibit number 30.
Okay.
And then when you're done looking at that, if you recognize it, just let us know.
Okay.
And then if you look at the next one, which is going to be Mr. Williams exhibit number 33, okay?
How you doing?
How you doing? Salute to everybody in here. Subscribe to the channel.
Your question is, are you asking me, do I recognize those pictures?
Yes, and yes, that's it. That is the question.
I mean, yes, I've seen those pictures before.
Okay, and that's for both of them. And I'm just formal, so Mr. Williams number 30, and then Mr. Williams number 33. That's what you said. Yes, you're familiar with them. You've seen them before.
Yeah, I've seen them before, yes.
Your Honor, now I move for the admission again. Mr. Williams number 30 and 33.
Any further objections?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Subject to the court's earlier rulings, Williams 30 and 33 are admitted.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Then they will come up to your left again, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And this is the first one on the screen you see. It says Exhibit 30?
Yes.
Okay. And if Mr. Kokomo can just blow this up a little bit. Do you recognize again the big business _entertainment _nut?
Yes.
And that's your son's Instagram account or social media account?
Yes.
All right. And then in this one, do you recognize the picture at the top? Do you know who that young man is?
Yes.
And who is that?
Jeffery Williams.
And then do you recognize in the center picture who that person is in the white?
Yes, I think that's the artist Birdman.
Okay. And then next to him, and it's also the bottom, so it's in the center, a young female. You see the person in the center, and then again on the bottom, you know who that is? You recognize who that is?
I do not.
All right. Do you see the writings on it where it says presents Rich Gang and YMC MB Flashy Lifestyle Episode 5 featuring Thugger and Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton?
Yes.
Okay. And if we go down, is it fair to say that that reflects an August 9th, 2014 posting date or date on the image?
Yes.
All right. If we can go to Mr. Williams, number 33. And then this is number 33 you just saw, and then I'm going to ask Mr. Kokomo to just blow it up. And do you see again and recognize that that's your son's social media account posted?
Yes.
And then this one, the gentleman on the left, do you recognize that photograph?
Yes.
And who is that?
That's Jeffery Williams.
And the gentleman to the right, do you recognize who that is?
Yes. Artist Birdman.
Okay. And then it says...
This flyer is real low budget for Birdman to be involved. And the graphics artist misspelled crucial right here. And, I mean, that's a small thing, but you got to pay attention. I be on it.
See it. YSL Entertainment and Club Crucial present Young Thug Celebrity Birthday Celebration. You see that?
Yes, I did.
And then underneath it, it's a little distorted, so I don't want to... If you could read it, that's fine, but I don't want to say something. You see what that says underneath it?
Underneath Celebrity Birthday Celebration?
Yeah, can you make that out?
No, I can't.
All right, and then it says the performer or entertainer Birdman?
Yes.
And then it's Thursday, August 14th, Thursday, August 14th at Club Crucial, and then it gives the address, fair to say?
That's correct.
And then at the bottom of your child's posting, you see that August 12th, 2014?
Hold on. All right. One could argue that this man throwing up ABG right here, this right here is a big ass A with a B and a G.
Bottom of your child's posting, you see that August 12th, 2014?
Yes.
Did you know Jeffery Williams' birth date is August 16th, 2000?
Objection, Your Honor, to facts not in evidence.
It has come into evidence already, Your Honor. His date of birth has come into evidence.
I sustain the objection, sir.
Do you know when Jeffery Williams' birthday is?
I do not.
All right. I'd like to show you, with the court's permission, Mr. Williams' exhibit number 222B. It's already in evidence. Your Honor, may I display this again?
You may, sir.
And once it's ready to play, this is a item that's already in evidence. Mm-hmm. It'll pop up again, same place. And if you could just watch it, and we're going to play, we can play the whole thing, but I was going to play the first 20 seconds, okay?
Excuse me, I'm sorry, there's an objection. Could we identify or at least...
It's the freestyle video that's been entered into evidence already, Your Honor. It's a music video.
Hold on. Ms. Weaver?
Yep.
Yes.
And for your patience, and please don't discuss your testimony with anybody except the attorneys in this case, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, madam.
Yo, let me know what you think about Nut mother coming up there to testify overall. Should Love have brought her up there? Did Love ask her the wrong questions? Did Brian Steele and them let her slide? Should they have got a little bit deeper, or they did the right thing? Let me know. My opinion is I think they carried it the right way. Let her go in and get up out of here. We ain't trying to put Mom Dukes under pressure. She dealt with enough. I wish the state wouldn't even really even brought her. Straight up.